Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I'm not gonna do the whole intro thing. Y'all already know, like, comment, subscribe, be respectful, do what you want, but be respectful. I want to talk about why black girls don't show their faces on the internet. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that I love, and they don't show their faces. One, because they be having real jobs, and I understand that. I completely understand that. You got a real good job you are not trying to lose. But also, I have heard from both of them that the flack that they got is such as people talking about their appearance and what they basically are talking about, they may not agree, right? So they attack their appearance, and it really hurts them a lot to the point where they don't even show their face on the internet. And that happens to me all the time. Will I be not showing my face anymore? Absolutely not. Look at me. I'm not doing that. No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ham. I'm not doing that. I say that those YouTubers do love themselves, but I do understand the hurt and the pain that comes behind somebody attacking your parents just because you're speaking your opinion, and also just the truth. And also just trying to help other black girls make it through this really crappy world that has been set up for us. Some people can disagree, that don't really experience that, that's fine, but be respectful in the comments. So I literally get comments all the time about, like, my skin complexion, my face, my hair. Like, I'm natural. Y'all already know this. I don't play with wigs. I only like braids, protective styles, or wearing my afro. Y'all already know this. And I literally thought to myself, I was just like, I could, like, never check the comments again, but that's not gonna help, because sometimes in the hidden comments, there'll be comments that are perfectly fine and normal, but they use the word black or something in it, or white, and then all of a sudden, boom, bam, YouTube is, like, pushing it into the hidden comment section, and that's very annoying. So I'm gonna watch out for you guys. Like, I'm gonna pull out the good comments. I'm not gonna not do it, but definitely will be having my bestie review them before I look at them, because she will knock stuff down, knock them out, and not even care in the world, because she knows a lot of it is not true, and I know it's not true either. But I had to think about it. For a lot of girls that experience hate on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, where people come at you for a black woman about your features, which us black women, we've been dealing with it since the beginning of time. It is just, it's unfortunate, but it's true. We take the brunt, we take the worst of the worst, we take the cracked sticks. Like, we deal with the worst things, right? We don't deal with things in whole. We usually pick up broken pieces because of what people want to give us, because they think we're so strong, which is awful. But black women are strong. We shouldn't have to be strong. Anyways, I just was thinking about it, and I was like, it's crazy to me when someone attacks my appearance just because, like, I said something that was true. So this is what I want to bring up. When you say something that's true to somebody and they don't want to hear it, they're delusional, they're mad, they're angry. If the first thing they think about is attacking your, literally, how you look, how you carry yourself, that means they're not intelligent enough to say anything else. Like, they don't have a point either way. They also don't, because most likely they're wrong. They don't have a point to say either way. So it's very interesting when I will always have my comment section open. I will always have moderation, because I don't play that. I'm not letting hate flourish. That is not my channel. That is not my channel. I have the right to not let hate flourish. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, there are some beautiful black girls right now that are black girls, black women, hiding behind the screen because of evil people like that. Like, they don't want to show their face because it hurts so much, like the things that people say. And I'm like, you have to remember, there are keyboard warriors sitting, literally sitting behind a keyboard in a dungeon or in a trailer park somewhere, just typing away. And that just shows me that they don't really have intelligence to begin with. Like, you don't got nothing else better to do with your life. And then also, another thing, if you want to feel better, usually I look at the person who commented, and then I go and look at their page, and then I see, like, how much of they're just nothing. And one time, one person commented some crappy stuff on my channel, and I looked at their page just to see, because I'm like, you talking, I want to see what you about. I want to see your channel. I want to see your face. I want to see what you about. I go to their channel, absolutely nothing. They've been on YouTube allegedly for, like, maybe 11 years. And then come to find out, I be looking, I be like, oh, they only have 2 comments, and the 2 comments are on my channel. And I'm like, man, I must be doing something. You've been on YouTube for 11 years and you ain't saying nothing? You ain't saying nothing? But you said something on my channel, so I must be doing something right. So think about it that way. Like, it's very disheartening for someone to attack your physical features or whatever, or your character. It's annoying. But you still have to keep going. I'm saying this for the black girl content creators. You still have to keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. You're going to have people attack you and want you to just shut up. That's basically it. They want you to stop talking, so they want to scare you. They want to make you think about them. They want to, like, basically put you down. They want to do what has been done to them. So let's get into that too. When people talk like this on the internet and feel the need to write comments like this attacking the way people look, I definitely feel that this has happened to them on greater levels. And they're out here spewing it to other people. Like, it's kind of sad. I've noticed that too when I talk about realistically embracing all ladies at New Paltz University. It was an organization, a club, you guys know. Very crappy, very shitty. New Paltz is a terrible school, and they did nothing about it when the school is very abusive. The club was very abusive. School did nothing about it because they cared about parents, and they felt like one black girl and her parent did not matter to 10 kids of different cultures that had other parents. So money is money, capital is capital, and abuse is abuse. Thanks, New Paltz University. But anyways, let's keep going. So it made me stronger. Long run, it made me a stronger person. But it really shows, like, when people are so nasty and so crazy to be manipulative and do crazy stuff and put people down in like the craziest ways, it shows that it's been done to them 10 times harder. I'm sorry, it's unfortunate, but it is really sad that that is how some people move. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised, you got a good life, good head on your shoulder, you're beautiful, you're a queen. Be nice to people. It's simple. And if you ain't got nothing nice to say, just don't say it at all. And it's more about appearance. Like, for me, it's attacking somebody's appearance is a whole nother level. Like, I feel like when it's not even a conversation of body augmentation, such as surgery, stuff like that, if it's not a conversation of giving birth, like, it's not even a conversation of just things that we as women have to deal with. You're just attacking somebody because they're black. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. You're attacking somebody because they're natural. That's crazy. And I'm making this video not to respond to any of his comments. I'm making these videos because I really want black women, young black girls, please make your content and please use your face if you want to. If you don't want to use it because of your job and stuff like that, I hear you out. I hear you completely. Don't use it. But if you're not using it because of the hate, which I've heard, like, some YouTube creators are getting, mainly dark-skinned women too, are getting a lot of hate, and it's disgusting. And also, I do think that is true that mostly it's dark-skinned black girls, women, YouTube creators that are getting hate, because when I watch the light-skinned girls, they don't get that much flack. Like, they feel a little bit more comfortable, but also because they are light-skinned, they feel more comfortable to say what they gotta say. And that's, I'm happy they want to say what they gotta say, but it is something to notice. I've noticed that, and I've now changed the way I look at YouTube, and I look at small content creators and everything like that, and I pay attention to them more. I also interact with them more because they're doing more work than most people. They're not just trying to show a glamorized lifestyle for the most part. There's a lot of people that create content. This is going off topic, but similar topic. There's a lot of content creators that still are making content when they made content 10 years ago and they were a normal person. Yes, I'm gonna point to my house. They were a normal person and had a normal apartment, and then all of a sudden now they're super rich and they have all of these other things, and let's say rich as in they're well off now. That YouTube is supporting them somehow, their businesses are supporting them somehow, because YouTube isn't really the only. You have to be very, very doing a lot of stuff. Like, I have memberships and stuff like that and still am not making money yet because I just don't. I'm working and trying to figure things out. I do want money, but I do also want better content. So I'm trying to figure that out. But it's just, like, so interesting to me that those are still the same YouTubers now that are trying to act like they're normal people. I say normal as in YouTubers on the come up, and that they can just talk like, oh, well, you know, I am the same as you, and you need to get your bag up, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to do that. No, you're not a normal person anymore. And that's how I feel when it comes to celebrities. Like, I think the biggest example, sorry, so much dust in my house right now. The biggest example would be Andre 3000 when he talked about, hey, I don't have nothing to talk about no more with my music. Like, I don't. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm going to just make some random sounds and do some exploration, because why am I going to sit here and tell my audience I'm making this much money? I got cash, I got girls, I got clothes, I got this. Why? Why? At that point, no longer my audience. My audience is not serving me at all, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not even serving my audience, vice versa. This is not the same group of people. So if you are a decent human being, you will stop. You will do what you want to do, but you will stop trying to tell other people how to live life when you are no longer on the same level. And I'm pretty sure, knock on whatever wood or something, if I blow up, whatever, my stuff blow up, I'm pretty sure I'm going to change my content as well. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to talk way different, because I don't really like when I see content creators, specifically Black women, that all of a sudden, like, they're very, I can't even say successful, because success is defined in so many different ways. I would say someone who is now has comfortable income. Let's say that. Expendable income. They have a comfortable income, and they can just talk la-di-da and tell you what to do as a Black woman. I'm like, if you don't go sit down, you don't go sit down, because first of all, it's like a lottery. You got lucky. Like, there's so many things. You got lucky, and also you could have been a sellout. You could have been a sellout. You don't know the amount of people that become a sellout. Like, let's bring up Kendrick, like him doing the Super Bowl and stuff. I feel like he's somewhat of a sellout. Like, you talk about Black culture, you talk about this and that, and you talk about going against the American patriots. Like, it's just, what are you going to do at the Super Bowl that's not going to offend white people? What are you going to do? Like, it's very frustrating. I hope YouTube doesn't censor it out, because they always want people to say YT for some reason. But it's just very frustrating. It's like, what are you going to do at the Super Bowl? Please tell me. How? Like, how are you going to be able to be yourself? I don't think so. I don't know what Jay-Z and them got planned, but I just don't think so. So it's like, I do like Kendrick, but I will say, yeah, you're somewhat of a sellout. Like, now you are sitting in front of the faces of the people, the same people you talk about all the time. So awful. Like, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. It really does blow my mind. So this is what I mean by people are sellouts. Like, when it comes to corporations, they don't care about you. Look, let's not even get into that. Let's get into that in another video, because I want to really talk about that. But yeah, being a Black girl content creator, I follow more Black girls. I used to only follow like Try Guys, funny stuff. Like, when I was depressed, when I first started college, like, I used to follow things like that. And now I follow like almost all Black content creators, and like, it's because I didn't even know this existed. I didn't even know this was a world until I came across somebody like, shout out to Kempire. I came across Kempire because I watched Real Housewives of Potomac, and I came across Kempire's content, and literally I remember I would be painting, and I was in my studio, you know, like college girl, like I was doing my thing, and I came across this content, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is actually pretty good. And it's actually pretty soothing. He's talking about the drama, the mess. He's giving tea. He's giving funny. He's being respectful as well. And he's just delivering himself. And I was like, oh, this is pretty nice. Now, is he perfect? No, I don't know him. But all I know is that his content and his editing looks great. I like it. And the sound, everything. It's just a really good, like, you know, video/podcast. Like, you could listen to it and be doing your thing. Now, there's other smaller Black girls, well, not smaller Black girls, but smaller content creators that are Black women, Black girls, that I listen to too. And I would say around the ages from like 20 to, I would say even 30, 35. Like, I listen to a broad range, and as in when it comes to me, because before I would only listen to somebody who was my age. Like, I was like, no, you're not my age, I'm not listening to you. But now I do. And I would say even older. Like, I would say there's not that many older content creators that are in their 50s and 60s. But I'm telling you, when you find that one, they is funny, and they don't give a damn. Like, they will just say whatever they want to say because they're at that point in their life, and I love it for them. I love it. I definitely just want to touch on people who are being real. I talked about that before. It is a beautiful thing to be able to be real. Now, to be able to be real, you also have to have no consequences. Like, people have jobs. Like, people have jobs. I definitely understand that, and I get that as well. Hey, Amanda. I get that as well, but in my opinion, I really feel like it's more about you figuring out a way to say what you can say without offending your job, right? Like, that's what I try to do all the time. I really feel like if you don't say what you want to say and then you go to your job, your 9 to 5 every single day, it's like, what am I doing? Like, this job does not care about me. I show up late or I offend somebody, I'm out. Like, these corporations don't care about you. So this is why I say get on YouTube, get on here, start talking, start being yourself, like make your own time capsule. And I've come a long way. Now I have memberships. Now I have all these other things such as like super chats and stuff. I have to figure it out. It's a lot. I have to do a live, but I definitely will say that I am proud of myself that I did that. It took me what, like, I would say 2 years, even though on my feed it shows approximately a year, but I would say it took me like 2 years to do that, and that's okay. 700 videos later, 600 videos later, I'm editing my channel, figuring things out. I might not be posting too many shorts anymore, who knows, but I do love my ASMR content, so I want to try and keep that going. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this video because I just noticed that I was like, anybody who attacks a black woman's character as a YouTuber is so frustrating. It's frustrating. You could tell they're just like, oh, she's speaking out. She's speaking out. I want to attack. Just keep speaking out. Don't have to hide your face if you don't want to, and keep making your content. All right, that's it. I have to go cook. Bye, you guys.